This podcast is a production of Unfiltered Studios. If you would like to know more about joining Unfiltered Studios, please visit our website at unfpod.com for more information.
Mary, can you keep a secret?
A child has been chosen.
What did he say to you, Mary?
He asked if I could keep a secret.
A stranger is coming.
It's a war in heaven. Over what? Us? Humans.
And an evil born of heaven is about to be unleashed on Earth.
You can't have her!
Christopher Walken, The Prophecy, rated R. Starts Friday, September 1st at theaters everywhere. He has lived an eternity.
Who are you?
That's a long story.
He has many names.
Why are you doing this, Gabriel?
I'm an angel. I kill firstborns while their mamas watch.
And now, his evil is about to be unleashed on Earth.
Oh my God.
Critics are calling The Prophecy a terrifying supernatural thriller, the most frightening film of the year.
You can't have her!
Christopher Walken, The Prophecy, rated R, starts Friday everywhere.
We mixed. We loaded it. We edited it.
Sometimes we get so deep into conversation that we have separate segments worthy of their own place in the sun.
Here is a reshuffled mini episode.
Man, y'all are dangerous. Y'all got me on eBay looking for Nightbreed comics now.
Trust me, I'm actually trying to do a special on it. I am trying to hunt down so many of them. They are so hard to come down.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, fun stuff. We mentioned The Prophecy briefly. Do you guys have any favorite moments of that before we get back to talking about the Wishmaster? Because that's another franchise that could have been bigger and actually does cross over with Hellraiser and some fan films that are actually not half bad.
Yeah, the first movie when Viggo Mortensen is telling his whole story about, you thought I was under your bed, and I was. I'm like, oh, dude, that's creepy as hell.
Oh, and just the way he's just gorily just like reaching his hand into Archangel Gabriel.
Yeah, dude.
I mean,
he's good in everything, but he was awesome as Satan.
He has that one. Speaking of the quote, "Your war is arrogance. That makes it evil. That's mine."
That man knows how to deliver some lines.
He really does. He's never been bad. Come on, man. I mean, Christopher Walken, he was just perfect casting because like he removed his accent as much as he could. Virginia Madsen was still in Candyman mode, and it was fun. Just even though there's kind of some small dull moments, like it was just a fun. I mean, that was by the freaking writer of Highlander, for God's sake. So it was wild how it was an action, fantasy, horror blend, and I mean. You get to part 2, and it looks like him and Eric Roberts are wearing Jedi robe, and Eric's like, "You shall not pass through this cathedral." And part 3 kind of goes into a Terminator Warlock movie where you got another Archangel trying to protect a woman who Gabriel must possess. So that was a fun franchise. And then parts 4 and 5.
I was going to say, is there any love for 4 and 5? Because I actually I really enjoyed the more.
I find them watchable. You just got to take them as a standalone, like Exorcist, Omen kind of movie.
Is 5 the one with Kari Wurr?
Kari Wurr, Doug Bradley, Sean Pertwee. I mean, these things have surprisingly good cast.
Yeah, very well shot. They're fun 2 a.m. movies. It's just don't look at them as. I think that's just it. People hated them more than they typically would just because they slapped a name on it. The New World Pictures podcast has been in contact with some of the guys. I think it's Joel Sison who helped out at a lot of those Dimension action horror movies, and he has some fun stories about how those all developed, and his job was to keep them running and get good actors and cinematographers. Effects guys.
I mean, it looked good. It was just a little slow.
Yeah, no, I'm with it. They're fun.
I mean, they're crazy short, though. I mean,
yeah,
it's hard to be slow when you're only 75 minutes long.
Beautiful Romania locations, though.
Oh,
but Tony Todd was having a lot of fun in part 5. I was like, see, he needed to lean into that a little more. But yeah, those first 3 movies, fun B-movie trilogy. Just like Walken didn't phone it in compared to some other stuff he's been in. He loved that character. He's like,
those are the ones on the Vinegar Syndrome box, right? Just the first 3.
Oh, I didn't know they did one. Let me look this up.
Oh, bro. Yes. They've got a nice collector's edition.
There goes my allowance.
Just the first 3. Yeah. Yeah, Vinegar Syndrome owns my wallet.
Bank account real fast. Okay, yeah, just the trilogy. Brand new making of. Okay. Well, thank you, sir.
Right on.
You know, they could do a comic book. Why not, man?
Absolutely.
I could see this guy totally messing with some of the other fantasy horror characters like Blade. He invades their city. I think even though what his wants and needs are kind of just like the Jinn and Wishmaster, it's a basic story, but it's just a lot of fun because they just the whole rival angels making the real world their battleground.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see him go against Mephisto.
Oh, hey. I mean, Danzig was in one of them. Brad Dourif was in the third one. Just fun stuff.
Yeah.
And just how he was having to mess around with his whole immortality. He had his spells put on him. I think that was the fun of it.
It'd be nice to have more Eric Stoltz in there.
Yeah.
Never have too much Stoltz.
Yeah.
He was wearing a different kind of mask. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was perfect in the role he did in the first one. It's too bad it was so short.
Right? So, yeah, that'd be my only complaint about part 1. He gave such a compelling role. Is like, I need more. And good supporting roles for Amanda Plummer and Elias Koteas. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this new Vinegar Syndrome. Yeah, 4K, new commentary tracks, The War in Heaven, brand new doc, the cinematographer and makeup guys. Okay, sweet.
Yeah, I mean, they had a lot of stuff. That's why, I just bought the keep for all the extras.
There you go. So The War in Heaven, and then the making of part 2 is The Return to Eden, and the making of part 3 is The War on Earth. See?
Yeah.
That they actually cared. They took the whole subtext of That's awesome. That's fucking awesome. That makes my night.
The shorts you mentioned, it's called Winter's Lament. Because I've seen that too. Do you know if those are available anywhere? Because there's some brilliant props in those movies.
That's a great question.
That crossover Prophecy and Hellraiser. Because I came to it through Hellraiser, and you have this book from the Prophecy, which has been chained up with Hellraiser glyphs, and it's just beautiful.
That's a good question. I mean, I know Gary J. Tunnicliffe was, I think, doing some of the Cenobite makeup. He also did Wolverine and a bunch of other stuffs in Underworld, so I wouldn't be surprised if he worked on some of those as well. Man, that's dynamite.
Mary, can you keep a secret?
Centuries ago, a second coming was foretold.
What did he say to you, Mary?
He asked if I could keep a secret.
But what's coming is more terrifying than you ever imagined.
There's a war in heaven. Over what? Us, humans.
On Friday, September 1st, Christopher Walken. The Prophecy, rated R. From the creator of the original Highlander.
I'm an angel. I kill firstborns while their mamas watch.
Comes a terrifying journey into the supernatural.
Oh my God.
Critics call it the most frightening film of the year. The Prophecy, rated R, now playing everywhere.
We'll return after these messages.
Hey, it's Brent Pope, the host of Breakfast with Brent Pope. You've seen me on some of your favorite TV shows saying things like, "Give it up, Jimmy. You got to sink this putt to win." On Breakfast with Brent Pope, I sit down with guests from the entertainment world, and we do it all over breakfast. Or should I say Brentfast? Every week on Brentfast, you get inside Hollywood info and tips, great breakfast recs and foodie debates. Most of all, you get the most delightful 30 minutes of your week. So dig in. It's Brentfast time. Listen at Brentfast.com, Apple Podcasts, or wherever fine podcasts are found.
Do you ever find yourself thinking about who would win in a fight between Goku and Superman? Hi, I'm James Gavsey, and on the Who Would Win show, me and my co-host Ray ignore anything important happening in the outside world and debate fictional battles between characters from comics, movies, and video games.
We got a new show every week, and almost always am I the winner.
Yeah, not true, Ray.
In the past, we've discussed such matches as Captain America versus Darth Vader, Solid Snake versus the Iron Giant, classic matchups like RoboCop versus Terminator, and even the Muppets versus Sesame Street.
That one was crazy. So if you're a fan of geek culture and love a spirited debate, check out the Who Would Win show wherever you get your podcasts, or check us out at whowouldwinshow.com.
Follow us on the web on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The podcast is available on Podbean, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor, Apple, and anywhere else podcasts are available. Feel free to review our show and leave comments on any of those sites. Thanks a million for listening.
It's a